Next up on WTV, ongoing discussion about a class. This week's edition of MyFaz, WTV's Daily Update, starts now. Good morning, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, May 10th, and I'm Wade Glover with another daily update brought to you by Wingspan TV. A science course on campus has been going through an ongoing discussion about its future. WTV's Surya Ravichandran takes a look at what it's all about.
The debate is about whether or not the anatomy and physiology class should be established as an honors level class rather than an on-level class.
The raging debate seems to be whether we want anatomy and phys to be on an honors level course as opposed to a standard on-level science elective. Because with it being an honors course, we would get the higher GPA for that at least, which, considering the workload in the course and the content, which is just intrinsic into itself.
LAUC believes that the science content being taught in the class is a big indicator as to why it should be on an honors level distinction.
When you're trying to learn the human body and all the 11 systems that function within that system, there's no way to make that simple. That is not an easy science. So for the workload that is given to the kids and for the amount of work they have to learn and memorize and know and apply, it just kind of lends itself to that they should get the higher GPA for that, because it is easily on the level of a pre-AP, if not even an AP course. And it's really not fair that they're doing the workload of a pre-AP AP course, but not getting the credit for that.
With the class an on-level one on paper, many students take this course as a way to ease their schedule, which, according to LAUC, is misleading.
And it's also very misleading to other students that take it thinking it's an on-level science elective, and they walk into here and it's not, and you're not technically allowed to drop those courses, so they're stuck in a bad spot. So it's just very misleading all the way around, having it billed as an on-level science when it truly isn't.
Many of LAUC's students believe it should be an AP class, if not pre-AP.
Yes, I think it should be an AP class because there's a lot more homework involved and there's a lot, like, you have to actually pay attention. It's not a blow-off class.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that it should be an AP class because there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I definitely don't think it should be an on-level class. At least pre-AP, we do a lot of work and we deserve the credit for it.
For many years, the class has been debated about its workload to credit ratio, but never actually acted upon by the district itself.
So I've been trying for several years now to get district to at least make it an honors level course and get that higher GPA so that everybody gets what they should get from it, as well as other kids don't get into the wrong class by mistake and then are kind of stuck in that situation.
However, changing the level of the course isn't an easy thing to do, as several possible factors would need to be considered.
There's some controversy over it. For example, what about the kids that already took it? Do you go back and grandfather them in and say now you get the higher and recalculate? And that's kind of one of their arguments.
Nonetheless, other districts have already taken action on this topic.
But I do know other districts in the state of Texas, not far away, do offer it as an honors level course, and the kids do get the higher GPA.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Surya Ravichandran.
On this week's edition of MyFaz, WTV takes a look into the life of senior choreographer Havish Gatu.
After creating choreography at the studio, the next day in the morning I have to wake up in the morning and basically push all my students to come to school early, and for an hour I teach the choreography, and then after my school day's over I stay back for an hour after school and teach choreography again. Right after that I go to my own practice. So while I'm a teacher here, I'm a student at my own studio under an organization called Dancing for a Cause. It's a nonprofit organization which has a bunch of teams that participate in competitive events such as World of Dance and Vibe. My team is actually called Impact and Change. We're in the youth division, and we spend up to 6 hours a week practice. I actually started 4 years ago. It was just a group of friends, and we were just why don't we just make a team and mess around and stuff. It was just for dance, and later on we realized that hey, we're actually not that bad. So we wanted to do competitive events and stuff. We started off in this little local team and we just wanted to mess around and have fun. Later on we realized that we wanted to be a little bit more competitive. The team disbanded and I found Liberty DFC, and they introduced me to the idea of impact and change, and that's how I really got into it. I'm really proud of my students. I'm really proud of how far they go, and it's just reflective of my own abilities. When they get better, it just, it makes me happy.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. WTV's Neha Paramala brings you today's announcements.
There's a limited number of yearbooks available for $75 at www.smart-pay.com. AP testing lasts until next Friday. Today's exams are Chinese language and culture and environmental science at 12. Tomorrow's exams are German and culture and AP US history at 8 and computer science at 12. The last volleyball fundraiser for the year is at Nothing Bundt Cakes from May 29 till June 2nd. Just leave your receipt in the proper place and volleyball gets a share of your purchase.
That's it for today's Daily Update. This has been Wade Glover for Wingspan TV.